If your thinking is polluted and distorted, chances are that you will not feel very good about yourself. And because you don't feel good about yourself, that's how other people are going to perceive us and the energy that we're going to put out into the world. Hello there, my friends, and welcome to this Wednesday Word of Wisdom. Today, I'm going to talk to you a bit about the quality of your thinking and your sense of self-worth. And this is something that I've been thinking a lot about today, because the quality of our thoughts, our expectations for ourselves, these are things that continuously impact our moods, our feelings, and really it shifts a lot of our behavior and the results that we get in our life. You know, if you've ever had one of those days where you wake up just feeling so good, you know that the day is going to be perfect. It's going to go off without a hitch. You've got a big smile on your face. The sun almost looks brighter than usual. The grass looks greener. The people seem friendlier. You know, kind of what I'm talking about. If you've had one of those days, we've all had a day kind of like that. And some of us might even be having one of those days right now. And on days like this, you almost feel, I don't know, smarter, more confident, beautiful. You know, your level of self-esteem and your sense of value is a lot higher. But is that really true? Like, are you a more valuable person on those days? Or is that all just an illusion? You know, what about the days when you're feeling down, you're feeling blue, you're feeling depressed? Are you less of a person on those days? What is your value, right? What is your value on those days? Can you kind of see where I'm going with all of this? The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your feelings. And based on those feelings, we see ourselves as being good enough, good for something. Or the reverse could be true too, right? Like if the quality of our thoughts is low, we might not feel that good. Unfortunately, you and I know that a lot of our thinking is negative. Like most of the time, right? This repetitive negativity that just keeps popping into our head. And of course, our feelings and our emotions that go along with that will then also be negative. If you choose to believe all the crazy thoughts that go on in your mind on a daily basis, you will feel miserable for as long as you live, right? Look around you, and if you pay closer attention to the people you interact with, you will realize that most of them struggle with those same series of thoughts, those negative thoughts, those intrusive, not feeling good enough, low self-esteem, lack of self-love kind of thoughts. You know, there should be classes where they teach you about self-esteem and self-acceptance and about self-love and not about competition and comparison. Being true to yourself is one of the smartest choices that we can make in our lifetime. All right, so this goes into that, the expectations that we have for ourselves and how we want to show up. And, you know, we do have to give ourselves some grace in the process, because we're not always gonna show up the way we want to. And so we need to have grace for ourselves on those moments. But you should always look for ways to live into who it is that you want to be and how you want to show up, to please yourself rather than pleasing the people around you, right? It's not like being selfish, there's a difference, but rather about knowing yourself and being true to your needs and desires. If you aren't happy, how can you expect to make other people happy? You can't give something that you don't have. If your thinking is polluted and distorted, chances are that you will not feel very good about yourself. And because you don't feel good about yourself, that's how other people are going to perceive us and the energy that we're going to put out into the world. Can you imagine what the world would look like if we all knew exactly what we're really worth? If we all knew how valuable and unique we are? You know, all those companies that make their bread and butter off of selling stuff in order to make us feel better about ourselves. What would they do at that point if we all knew who we were and what our value was? The people who have a high level of self-esteem know what their value is. Those confident people that when they walk into the room, they know their value. And whether or not they have those thoughts going on in their mind, they know how to sift through them, when to listen to that voice, when not to listen to that voice, and to really choose the thoughts that empower them, right? Their value doesn't go up and down based on their mood, and no matter what they're thinking or feeling, no matter what happens around them, they remain always and forever the same valuable human being that they have always been. Wayne Dyer said, "Real wisdom is avoiding all the thoughts that weaken you." And it's true. And the best part is that we can all learn how to do just that, how to only pick those thoughts that make us feel better about ourselves, those thoughts that give us power and the strength to do the things we love. All right, I hope that this has added some value to you. Spend some time, think about it, process it, and I'll be back with you next week. All right, bye for now.
Get your daily dose of motivation on the Motivational Moments with Michelle podcast. In Motivation with Michelle podcast, you'll get encouraging, uplifting, and life-changing wisdom that will transform your world at your fingertips, 24 hours a day. Get a fuller, deeper revelation of the tools you can implement to see incredible transformation in your life from Michelle Newstetter's powerful teachings. Tune in whenever you need to be edified, uplifted, or a dose of motivation, no matter where you are. Subscribe to Motivational Moments with Michelle podcast with Michelle Newstetter today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SoundCloud.